Hey, happy Tuesday. We've got to review what we did yesterday on Monday, and I woke up feeling a little extra today, so I wrote it out on the whiteboard. Let's dive right into it. Yesterday we talked about how our eukaryotic cells have a nucleus that is like the brain of the cell. It holds all of the information. Inside the nucleus are those little X-shaped things called chromosomes. They pair up with a buddy, and in each nucleus there are 23 pairs, which makes 46 total chromosomes. If we zoom in on that chromosome, take a better look, again, it's got that X shape, and it is made up of tightly coiled or wound up DNA, or if you're feeling a little fancy, you can call it deoxyribonucleic acid. Oof. So again, zooming in, what does that DNA look like? Remember, it's got that specific shape called a double helix, where it's like a ladder all twisted up. The steps of the ladder are called nucleotides. The 4 types of nucleotides are adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine, A, T, C, G. They pair up to form what we call base pairs. But remember, they're super picky on who they pair up with. So A, or adenine, is only going to pair up with thymine, T. If you look at the picture, the red and orange only pair up together. They don't mix colors. Same with cytosine, or C, is only going to pair up with guanine, or G. Those are your base pairs. One last thing. Small sections of your DNA, that's called a gene. Your gene holds specific instructions to make your protein, and your protein determines your specific physical traits. So it makes up what you look like. Hopefully you look a little bit better than that, but what can you do? Okay, so let's walk through your assignment for the day. If you look in this red box, we have a beautiful picture, not as beautiful as what I drew, but whatever. And it's asking you to label items 1 through 6 below. I'm actually going to do that with you because I'm just so nice like that. So if we zoom in, take a look at number 1. It's pointing to the shape inside of a cell. What did we talk about that is inside the cell that holds the rest of these items? I believe that is the nucleus. So number 1, we'll type nucleus. Again, make sure you're typing this with me. I'm not just doing this by myself. Number 2, we zoom out, we see this big X-shaped structure. What did we talk about that has an X shape? Oh yes, chromosomes. Okay, number 3. This one is a little hard to see, so I'm going to try to zoom in more. Perfect. Number 3 is looking at this entire long piece of whatever. We look at the shape, we see it's got that double helix shape, it's all twisted up. So we know that's probably going to be our DNA, our deoxyribonucleic acid. Number 4, zooming in again, we're looking at a smaller section of that DNA. We said a small section of DNA, that's going to be our genes. And remember, that's what codes for our proteins. That makes our traits. Number 5. On this side, we have cytosine. So it's asking what would be on the other side of cytosine. What is pairing up with C? We remember that guanine, or G, is going to be the buddy of cytosine. That's what you're going to see directly across from it. Number 6, same thing. What is right across from A, adenine? That's going to be your T, your thymine. All right, this section down here, we're going to fill in the blanks. I'm going to help you with this one as well. You're welcome. Nucleotides make up the blank molecule, which is then organized, condensed, and packaged into the blank in the nucleus of the eukaryotic cell. So first, nucleotides, that's your A, T, C, G. Those make up the DNA. Let's do it properly. There we go. DNA molecule. which is then twisted up, tightly wound up, if you look at this picture, into this X-shaped structure. That is called the chromosome. And again, that lives in the nucleus of your cell. Perfect. I think we're ready to do the rest on our own. So let me explain to you what I need from you today. Down here in Show What You Know, I want you to do what I did on the whiteboard. Doesn't have to be as crazy, but what I did, and draw these items. So draw the cell, nucleus, chromosome, DNA, and gene. Draw them how they're related to each other, just like this picture up here. Make sure you label them as well. Now I know what you're thinking. I'm on a computer. How am I going to draw it? You have two options. One way is if you click on this box and go to Insert, and go to Drawing, and go to New. Wait for it to load, wait for it to load. Okay. You can draw all over this thing. I would use Scribble. It's a lot easier. So you can draw that'd be your DNA, and it should save it, label it, do everything you need to do, and then hit Save and Close. And look at that. Hopefully yours looks better than whatever that is. So you can do it that way, or if you're old school and you want to draw it on an actual physical piece of paper, you can do that, take a picture of it, and paste it right in this square as well. Whichever way works. I just need one of the two. After that, you're going to click on Distractor Analysis. That's also linked in your assignment for today. It should pull up this fancy little page. Read the instructions. They're going to be super helpful. I even gave you a nice little example to show you how to do what I'm asking you. And make sure you scroll all the way down because there's 3 of them. Once you're done with that, come back, do your expert questions, and do your exit ticket, and then you are done for the day. If you need any help, I'm still here, waiting for your questions. Hit me up.